Hi YouTube, today we're going to change the alternator on a 2005 Honda Accord. It has the 3.0 6-cylinder engine, and we already bought the new alternator. It's this part right here that we're going to be changing. First off, we're going to take out the belt. We'll show you guys how, and then take off here, unplug it, and we'll show you guys the steps. We'll probably fast forward. Okay, so to take out the belt, we're going to use a socket size 14. And we're gonna move the tensor. Just put the socket in with the ratchet, and it helps you if you have a pipe where you can put it here to extend, so you can do some leverage. But in this case, we don't. So I'm just gonna use this wrench, and this is a little technique that I learned in South America, where you combine it in this angle, and with that you can then force it up, and it helps you decrease the strength that you have to do by half. So with this method, try it and take out the belt. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys anyways, because it's easy. So just once you pull to the left, then you can have somebody, or you can do it yourself. Just watch out, don't get your fingers, but it loosens it up. Then just take it off. Yeah, once it comes off, you can release the pressure and it'll go back down. That's it for the belt. That was fairly simple. I want to show you guys the alternator next. So we took off the belt. It's dangerous. Make sure you don't catch your fingers on the belt, because it's really dangerous, but it's doable. It's simple. You can do it yourself. Next, on the alternator, make sure you unplug this, the plug that goes here on the side. It's simple. You just have to remove this little cover it has. It's a little cover. Once you remove the cover, then you have to press on the release button, which is right here, and you'll see it on one of the sides. So once you press and then just pull, it came out easily. There was no problem. I'm just wearing gloves so you don't scratch your hands. Next, there's 3 screws. There's gonna be one here that's also covered. You just remove the cover like this, same as the plug, and then 2 other screws. One is this one, which you access it from this side right here. I'll tell you the sizes of those in just a minute. And then there's one at the bottom. Let me show you the new alternator. So there's the new alternator, and these are the only 2 screws that we have, which is this one, the top one right here, this hole right here, this hole right here, and then we have this one at the bottom. So there's 3 in total. There's this one, and this one, plus the plug. I'll tell you guys the sizes of those 2. Okay, so we're taking out the bottom one, the bottom screw. It's a size 14. The bottom one is a size 14. The top one is a 12, and the nut on the electrical cord is a 12 as well. So what we did here is I put the size 14 with the medium size ratchet, and the socket is a size 14. What I'm gonna do is just use a pipe, something like this with a hole, just a pipe. Use it to expand the ratchet size, and this will decrease the strength that you're gonna do by like 150%. So it's very loose. You don't have to force nothing. I already actually just loosened it up already, so it's loose. But I just want to show you this by doing this technique here. If you want, you can back up so you can see the whole process. By doing this here, it decreases the strength that you have to do, and you're not gonna hurt yourself or nothing. Very, very, very simple. And we also remove the nut from here, which was a size 12, the cord, which we already showed you that, and we're gonna take this one off next. We started with the bottom one because if you do the top one first, then it's gonna be, if you do the top one first, which is this one, it's gonna be harder to get the bottom one. So we started with the bottom, and we'll show you guys how to do the top one in just a second. All right, so we removed the bottom screw, size 14. We removed the top one, size 12, and all the cables. I already loosened it out. You just have to wiggle it and it'll be loose. The hoses for the power steering won't let you take it out, so we can remove this bottle just by pulling it up. You just push here at the bottom in the back, and you can pull this out exactly like this. You don't have to take them off. I mean, if you want, you can, but then you're gonna make a mess. So we're just gonna push it out and put it to the side. Okay, so we moved the bottle inside. That was the best spot for it. but we still needed a little bit of more space. So what we're gonna do here is just this bracket here, is attached by a screw. It's a size 12, very easy to access. It's right here. I already loosened it with the pipe and the socket size 12. And once you remove that, let me see if I can show you guys. This whole piece is gonna come out, and then we'll have a lot of space to take out the alternator. And
it also helps by moving the power steering just the way we did the little bottle. Doing all these steps, it helps you save power steering fluid and other stuff. There's a lot of ways to do it. I guess it's just the way we told it, that it was faster and less messy. More simple too. You have all the right space. It's like Honda designed it this way to take it out. It's easy, and you don't need a lot of tools, special tools, which we don't have, you know. And I mean, probably fast part is part of the video.
Okay, so I removed that screw, size 12, and this whole thing comes apart just like that, which is awesome. And then you can put it here on the side, and then you should be able to take the alternator from this spot right here. Remember, you can move this bottle, then move the power steering hoses. It gives you a lot of, not a lot of space, but enough space to take it out without having to take out the fans and anything else. Okay, so we took it off already. It ended up sliding up the way it comes in the car, with the pulley facing that way. So once you remove this part, you may not even have to move the power steering bottle, but it did help. But once you remove that bracket, it just came up straight. You wiggle it a little bit, so don't turn it around or make it a different angle, but just it came out straight up. And then the installation process will be just the reversal of what we just did. And make sure you start with the bottom screw. Why? Because it's a longer screw and it sets the base. Once you have that in, it's easier to just place this one and everything else. So start with the bottom one, work your way up, and make sure you put the belt again. And that's it. Hopefully this video will help you guys. It was fairly simple. Removal process was about 10 minutes. Now that you know what you're doing, it'll probably be less, unless you don't have the right tools. But I didn't require a lot of tools. Just basically this with a socket 12 and a 14, and the pipe helped a lot. That's actually a handle for a jack, and we used it just to, you can put any pipe, just make sure it holds well and gives you a good long grip. And that's about it, guys. Okay, so we're done. We put the new alternator in. Issues we had that you may find on your way is the bottom screw. We had a hard time inserting it all the way through, and it wasn't a problem with the car, it was a problem with the alternator. So make sure you try in the screw in the alternator out of the car before putting it in. And then after we put the bottom one in, then we put everything else. So just follow that order. The belt was fairly easy, same way, reverse as before. And just connect the plugs, screws, and that's it, guys. Hopefully this video helped you guys. Make sure to put the power steering bottle where it goes, if you moved it by any chance, which maybe you did, maybe not, because taking out this part removes the whole alternator. Alright guys, have a good day. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please send us an email.